Given the world that we live in, it should come as no great surprise to you that stress is a problem, and it can be a very serious problem for those who have fallen prey to it. Not everyone is prone to stress. There are some people who, no matter what life throws at them, appear to have the ability to just breeze through life, and no matter how difficult their situation, they seem to be able to adapt to it with relative ease. The fact is that some people are much more resilient than others. Whether they are naturally resilient or not, people who can deal with stress know that they need the right mindset. If you have the right mindset, then it's surprising just how much you can deal with. Although we live in exciting times, we also live in times where it's far too easy to be negative. Day after day, we are bombarded with images of perfection. We are told about all the wonderfully expensive toys that it's important for us to have. No one can be certain of holding on to their job, and there's an added pressure to be at the top of your game in order to keep it. In our crazy old world, it can be difficult to maintain a positive mental attitude. But if you want to face life and all the stresses that you meet along the way, it's vital. You should always try to be proactive in dealing with stress, because if you take the reactive approach, then by the time you start to take action, the damage is done. Here are 5 ways to deal with stress that can help you to be proactive in your approach. 1. You can resolve your problems. You need to believe and accept that any problems you face can be resolved. You might not think so at the time, but if you have the right frame of mind and the right attitude, you can solve or at least alleviate any problem that you face. As an exercise, I want you to write down any problems or concerns that you might have and think about your options. A major problem faced by many people when dealing with stress triggers is that they let fear rule them. Rather than tackling the problem, they let it run, which causes the problem to worsen and to become more difficult to deal with. If you have a problem, then taking the physical action of writing it down allows you to think on it, clarify it in your mind, and once you've got it out of your mind, it's no longer this fearsome thing. It's become an isolated and tangible problem, and anything that's tangible can be dealt with. If you know that you are going to face a stressful situation, whether at work or home, then write it down. Consider all your options on how you can deal with it, and then, once you know what to expect, just deal with it. Once you can achieve the realization that if something needs doing, then just do it, then stress will be at worst a minor irritant. Remember that if you have something that has to be done, whether you like it or not, you're going to have to do it. So why not just do it and be done with it? 2. Everything changes. One of the great certainties of life is that everything changes. The world around us changes, and we all change. On an individual basis, we all get older, and each and every one of us is changed by what we experience on a daily basis. For some people, change can be a real cause for concern, and probably the greatest example of that is getting married. Becoming tied to someone for Hopefully, the rest of your life can be a scary thing. Starting the job can be starting a new job can be a scary thing. Taking on more responsibility can be a scary thing. Change can be a scary thing. But if we don't change, then we'll never move forward. We will never grow. We'll just spend our lives being held in stasis. You have to be able to embrace change with open arms, because it's vital that change is seen as a positive step to encounter. By accepting, understanding, and embracing change, you'll make it into something positive, something that provides you with opportunity, something that that can change you for the better. No matter how much you might want to stop change, you cannot do it. Change will happen whether you like it or not. You might experience changes that take you through some very dark places, but by accepting the change and not fighting against it, you'll be in a much better position to deal with it and work towards a more positive change. 3. You need to work smart. Now, just because you work every second that you can doesn't mean that you will achieve success. It's possible that you could become so focused on a project that you could spend every waking hour on it and still not complete it. If you want a working environment where you can deal with whatever is thrown at you, then don't work harder, work smarter. In order to succeed, you need to be focused and targeted. You need to know exactly what you need to achieve, because if you don't have that clarity of vision, then you'll be like a bull in a china shop. Don't just work out your end goal. You need to work out how you're going to define success. Work out all the steps that you need to accomplish it in order to achieve your end goal. Schedule them in order of importance and have a plan. Try to make sure that all your steps are achievable. Don't become fixated with your end goal. Just keep moving forward one achievable step at a time. By taking it one achievable step at a time, you're not going to freak your mind out, because when your mind knows that you can complete that step, it's going to be in a far happier place. And with every step you complete, you will grow more confident and more certain of your success. Unless you are lucky, you will probably experience some difficulties along the way. If you're prone to stress, then things going wrong will probably do no wonders for your blood pressure. Make sure that your plan, whether it's a life plan or something for work, is flexible enough to cope with any changes. Beware of tunnel vision. By becoming overly focused on what is in front of you, you'll be unable to see and react to what's happening around you. 4. You need your own space. If all you have is work and family life, then you could have problems. If you want to deal with stress and enhance all areas of your life, then you need to have a life that is outside of your family issues and work concerns. You need to meet with friends, have hobbies, join a sports team. It doesn't matter what you do, but it's vital that you have some way in which you can relax and recharge your batteries. You need your own space. Your life cannot just be about work, because that's not a life. That's just an existence. If all you do is work and watch the TV, then what kind of quality of life will you have? How will you be able to relax and recharge your batteries? Having your own space doesn't mean that you're compromising your love for your family. If anything, it will make the time that you spend with them even more enjoyable because you'll be much more relaxed. So, my friend, enjoy your life and make the most out of your life. 5. Don't be ashamed to ask for help. Now then, I'm assuming that just like me, you are a mere mortal. Being but a mere mortal, you can't be expected to know everything, and there's no way that you can do everything. At various points in your life, you will need help, so don't be ashamed to ask for it. Being able to ask for help is a sign of strength. It shows that you're aware of your own limitations. So what happens if you don't ask for help when you need it? Do you give in? Do you bravely struggle on, secure in the knowledge that no matter how much time you waste, at some point, in the far, far distant future, you will eventually work it out? And let's not forget that the longer you take to deal with your problem, the more stressed out you are likely to be. If you want to get on with your life, if you want to do well at school, if you want to do well at work, then don't be ashamed to ask for help. You'll achieve your goals much more quickly if you do. Knowing that you have a support network of friends, family, and work colleagues is a massive help in dealing with stress and being positive about life. If you know that you can ask for help, then it doesn't matter what your goals are. Anything is possible. So there you have it, my friend. 5 ways to deal with stress. None of them are rocket science, and all of them are easy to implement into your life. All that you have to do is accept, believe, and take action. There was a time when I would let myself fall prey to stress, but then I found a way to deal with it that works very well for me. And to put it in a nutshell, I can't be bothered to waste my life in getting stressed. Regardless of all my obstacles and all my health issues, I have a positive outlook on life. I know that if I keep pushing on, then I will succeed. The same is true for you. You don't have to let stress beat you and affect your mental and physical health. You can beat it, you can deal with stress, and you can get on with building your life. And so, my friend, until the next time, keep living.